What's up, YouTube? We're on the way to the SEER race in Hollytree, Alabama. I'm gonna go trail ride. This guy over here riding the GO class. We woke up. What time did you wake up this morning?
I woke up about like 4:45.
Yeah, I was up a little bit earlier. I wasn't. But we met up. We did a gas station tire change.
More than a gas station tire change.
Oh no, you rebuilt the starter too.
We did front and rear wheel, put in a second bead lock in the rear wheel, and then rebuilt the starter, new air filter, and then repacked everything.
That's first for me. I've never actually redone a bike of any sort. Gas station parking lot.
That's very common for the Tool family.
But yeah, it's a 9-hour trip. We on hour 7. I'll say 7. It's like a 9.5 hours. We're on hour 7. We're in the middle of Mississippi. We've already seen the Camo Cafe and a law office that I'm pretty sure was in a double wide. I guess technically it was just a small house.
Very small house. Probably like what, like a 20 by 20 house.
I could live in it in a teacher's salary. That's for sure.
With half your teacher's salary.
With half my teacher's salary. But anyway, we're gonna camp out there. We're doing the van life. Got the bikes in the back. I don't know if you guys can see them. They're kind of hidden back there. But yeah, it'll be my first experience in a van, JoJo.
Oh, you've never slept in a van before?
I've never slept in a van.
It's like sleeping in a metal tent. It is. It's still rugged.
All right, so I'm gonna be doing the bronze class, which is the old, fat, lazy class. We'll go with that.
Old, fat, lazy.
Yeah, that pretty much sums me up to a T. Maybe a little less on the old part. I hit 30, so that's like a midlife crisis for people my size.
Is that
because of diabetes?
Is that where you're signing up for bronze?
Yeah.
Life crisis?
That's right. I wasn't even going to come. These guys talked me into coming, and then my wife said I could go, which never happened, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, I'm hoping that it's like wilderness on steroids, because all the bad, really bad stuff, they're like, oh no, the bronze guys, they don't need to be going up that. It's too hard.
It's gonna be insanely slick. Think of like the slickest rocks that you've ridden on, and then these will be slicker because they're flat, they're limestone, they're wet, they're covered in moss. Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
Lots of pushing. I hope you didn't skip leg day and arm day and everything.
I skip everything every day.
I skip every day.
Oh, we actually got to see Trump. I wish I'd have had my video out for that. That'd have been awesome.
Yeah, seriously. His
Like he was at an Exxon gas station in Mississippi. President Trump was. Where you could get a t-shirt, a hat, and a banner. I think they were selling them. This point when he was in Mississippi, he sold more here than he did anywhere else.
Yeah, he's got to get money for his campaign. This is how.
All right, so GO class, JoJo.
I think it's gonna be pretty freaking nasty. I don't know if I'm prepared at all because I haven't been able to ride a whole lot in the last 8 months, and last 8 months, and then like the last month I finally kind of got back into it and to riding more often and riding hard. But
who do you have to beat?
I have to beat Dawson Maddox. I'm calling you out, Dawson. Your butt is getting whooped. And if it doesn't get whooped, then I'm hanging up my helmet.
I'm treating this like a 5K. Like, you don't run a 5K to win, especially when you're my size. You just run a 5K to finish. All right, so what you guys are looking at right now is Nico's Creek. And let me tell you, the pictures we've seen on Facebook does not do this thing justice. So JoJo, Eric, and Ezra are doing the gold loop. I'm doing the bronze, which means that I don't have to go all the way up it. I just have to go up this, which seems, I don't want to say it's easy, it's not, but it is easier than what they're gonna have to do. And then I get to peel off up here to the left, and yeah, the bronze loop just to go up through there. What do you think, guys? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Copperhead. You can see Ezra up there looking at it right now. And Copperhead looks tough, I'm not gonna lie, especially this section. Looks like it might be easier to go over there. I don't know, it's hard to say, or maybe try to fit through here. It's hard to say, It goes up to the right. I think he dropped back in it up there though, somewhere. Dude, this is insane. Look at that. That's chest high. Nothing like doing a tire change 30 minutes before a race starts.
Hey, 35 bucks is 35 bucks.
That's right. 50 bucks.
35.
No, he said, well, he was gonna buy both tires for 50, but he only had 35.
What? Give him your PayPal.
So he bought one tire for 25 and paid you 10 for a tire change?
Yeah.
Wow, you're cheap labor.
Jojo, what do you think of today?
I think, it's wet outside. It's gonna be slick. Hopefully there's more traction than I think there is. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Bike's running good. I feel good. Bike looks good. Gear looks good.
Everything's good.
Everything's good.
Everything's good. This is the campsite. Right next to the porta potties. We got the rev limiter crew over here. Guys, this gonna be good practice for your race?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good times.
Heck yeah.
We're gonna have to make sure that we got a water truck out there at the rev limiter.
That's gonna be way different then. What is going on, guys? If you have followed the video up to this point, thank you for watching. If you haven't, thank you for joining us. This is the Hollytree, Alabama COVID Crusher Extreme Enduro, which is a part of the SEER series. A group of us from Arkansas, including JoJo Toole, Ezra Ward, and Eric Siebert, decided to take a little trip and see what we were made of against all these East Coast guys. Or I guess Southern Central, however you want to look at it. But either way, we made the trip out. This race is actually from May 23rd, so it actually occurred this spring. I'm just now getting around to posting it because I didn't have a microphone at the time, and to be honest, I just kind of forgot about it until now, and I haven't released a video in a while, and I apologize for that. I actually lost my external hard drive for a while, and I just found it, so here we are. But yeah, as you can see, the course was very wet and slick and nasty. And yeah, whenever you pair that with 40 other guys in the bronze class, it made for some interesting, tough racing. But the course itself was, I don't want to say it was difficult, because it wasn't particularly difficult until it rained. And once it rained, well, the difficulty got really bad, really bad. So anyway, I did pre-walk the course, so I kind of knew this creek was coming up. It wasn't like it was a surprise, and I had noticed that there was a line over to the left, which is where I was at, so I made a couple passes there, and here I'm just trying to, I don't know, pick off a couple guys in the stream section. But as you can see, having a little trouble. It's slick. Not a very good rider. I don't know why I'm here. That's what I get for listening to my buddies. Hey, let's go to Hollytree, Alabama. Do an extreme enduro race. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. So I made my way up the creek, and I get to the first. Well, it's really the split. It's where the bronze riders, or the B class, supposed to go up this way, and I channel my inner spirit animal, which is a squid. My inner spirit animal is a squid. That was hard to watch. So I get my bike picked up, and I continue trying to go up this quote-unquote easy line. That probably was easy before it rained. And yeah, try to just make my way up it, and I do. Then I get right here, and well, I'm paused, perplexed. I'm pushing. I don't know what to do. My bike's not working right. I'm blaming my bike setup because, well, I decided to run a non-gummy tire in an extreme enduro, guys. A non-gummy tire. Can you believe that? Who in their right mind travels 10 hours to a race, pays the entry fee, pays all the money to camp, and then doesn't put on a gummy tire for an extreme enduro? You want to know who? Me. I'm that guy. And might as well point it out too. I changed my front tire again to a non-gummy, but I did have to put a new tube in. And you know what I did? I left 32 pounds of air in that front tire. 32 pounds. And the embarrassing part is this wasn't the first time I rode it like that. It had been like that for a month. A month, people. Go ahead if you can get around him. He's kind of stopped in a bad spot. Oh no! Oh no! So you might be wondering why everybody's having trouble on this hill. Well, remember whenever I said it was slick? I wasn't lying. I also learned another valuable takeaway from this race. If you get to a point like I am right now, do not turn around and go back and try it again. Which is what I did, because I thought I can hit that better than that. Let me tell you, folks, no, I couldn't. I should have stayed there and tried to go up it from the point I was at, because I ended up sitting here for a long time, embarrassingly long time, and the whole time I was thinking, man, you should have just kept going.
I've been up here for 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes. 5 minutes turned into like 20. It's pretty embarrassing, I'm not gonna lie. This whole race was embarrassing for me, man. But I'm posting it for you guys. There goes Dawson. Dawson's a pro rider, one of JoJo's buddies. And he made it about as far as I did. Except he kept going. I didn't. So here comes attempt number 2, which again was a failure. Almost ended up in the creek down there, but he kept going. So I gotta pick my bike up. And
a nice new drilled heavy bib. What sucks is I did fine. I was like the 5th, 6th guy here, and I got it about halfway up. I fell over. I'm like, I'm just gonna try it again. And then here comes the crowd.
Just trying to explain myself to J-Lo. I think he understood. That's why he wasn't racing. He said it was slick. So for my 3rd attempt, I actually make it to where I should have went the first time, which was over here. And this sweet lady, I don't know her name, but thank you so much, because she did give us a push to help us get started up the hill, and that was much appreciated. And about the only reason I think I made it is because I used all 300 pounds of table muscle to get what little traction that rear wheel had to pull me up that hill. And yeah, we spent way too much time here. I mean, I'm already getting lapped, people. Nick Farringer just came by. The leader. He just completed a lap. It's so bad, man. So bad. Guys, we are just barely into the race, and my cardio is already being tested. Let me tell you, I was failing. I didn't train or prepare for this race at all, like at all, and it definitely showed. I mean, I'm literally on my hands and knees pushing my bike up out of this holler. It's embarrassing. So this should be this video should be titled "What Not to Do in a Hard Enduro." I mean, I have a checklist, a whole checklist: tire setup, cardio, riding style, complaining, long trips to the middle of nowhere, seeking help from our Lord and Savior. So I get up that hill, we make our way into the woods, right? And I'm thinking, okay, we're out of the hard stuff. We're good to go. This will be easy. So I'm getting a good start here, and then I get to this hill, and I'm like, crap, it's still slick. So I get here, and maybe it's hard to tell in video, but both of these ways they're pretty steep, right? And whenever you pair a hill that's steep, and you also make that hill slick, and you also don't hit it with any momentum like that guy didn't do. Like, I'm the one that hit it with no momentum. It makes for a tough race. A very tough race. I just... everything that I was doing was wrong. It was so bad. So, you know, we're not even a mile into the race, and I'm already wore out. I've pushed my bike most of the way. And we still have a whole race to go, guys. So me and the guy on this teal... is that teal? I think that's teal. Baby blue. I don't know. Anyway, the guy on this KTM, we kind of stayed together with each other until I made it to my quitting point. And yeah, he seems to be having the same trouble I was, which was getting his bike to go up the trail. It's tough. Didn't matter how much I pushed, the tire spun. If I was on the bike, the tire spun. Just bike setup was all wrong, guys. Just I can't stress how important it is to get the right tires to go before you start one of these things. It helps a lot. Every inch counts, guys. Every inch counts. Am I right? Giggity. Due to the heavy breathing, I think at some point in time I'm thinking about a cheeseburger that's waiting on me at the truck. That's not what you should be thinking during an extreme enduro. I'm not sure why that safety cone's there, but it was probably for people like me to stop and take a break and telling all the faster guys not to run over us. I remember looking up that hill and thinking, ah, crap, I still have a long ways to go. I mean, the bad thing on this race was you couldn't get any momentum, or at least, you know, obviously some people could, but I couldn't. And, you know, whenever I did have momentum, you know, the race went pretty well. You know, you were able to get traction, but more often than not, found myself getting out of that main line over into this stuff that still had some green, you know, vegetation on it. And that usually worked out better because there hadn't been a bunch of people that had slicked everything off yet. So about the only traction you could really get was over in that stuff. You know, once you got inside the rocks and the mud, it was so bad. I can't even begin to like we don't have any slick ground like this here in Arkansas. At least paired with these rocks. It's just, it was unreal how slick it was. And so I, you know, as you guys can see, spent most of the race pushing my bike. Is that a bike on fire? It definitely looks like a bike's on fire. I don't think it was, but I'm sure it did want to take a break. Did I mention how slick this race was? It is. It's very slick. This guy stopped to eat lunch. I'm just kidding. He didn't actually stop to eat lunch. I would have stopped to eat lunch if I had lunch. Oh Lord, I remember this spot. Guys, I just want to say I apologize if you're watching this and looking for any tips, because I remember saying that this is a what not to do. I get on the front of my bike and try to pull my bike as opposed to pushing my bike up through this spot. And I actually did get to go like 3 inches, and you know, sometimes hard enduro is a game of inches, right? Don't do that though. So I found some momentum over here. I think I got off the race course a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. I think I see in the line, I was like, oh, there's a spot that I can go, and then I realized how far off I was, and I made my way back. I mean, I think I was at the point I was like, I don't see me finishing this race, so I just want to see what's at the top of this hill. Another guy taking a break. I'm jealous. Alright.
I'm not supposed to go backwards.
So, that right there is probably what ended my race, guys. I don't know if you noticed, but my throttle side came down on a rock, and because I'm an idiot, I didn't trim my grips back far enough, and I didn't have a tool to fix my bike, but I actually knocked the handguard over into the throttle. So my throttle was sticking, and I had worked so hard to get up to the top of this hill. And what I didn't know, because I'm taking a break here, right, and I'm watching these guys go, and I'm thinking, man, I don't want my throttle to hang and send this bike that I just spent the better part of 2 hours pushing up this hill to take its happy little trip back to the bottom. And so as I'm sitting here contemplating whether I want to keep going or go to the, go back to the van, I'm watching these guys. This is a bronze guy. I think he ended up finishing like 2nd or 3rd overall, which was kind of crazy. That just goes to show how hard the A-line was. But you know, these guys are coming through. I've already decided that I've had enough. I'm whooped. And I'm heading back down. I think I left this in the video because this is probably, as far as the nasty stuff goes, this is probably some of the nasty stuff I rode, and it was on the way down back to the van. But anyway, guys, that was my experience at the SEER Hollytree Covid Crusher Extreme Enduro. And yeah, paired with a bad tire choice and a throttle that was sticking, ended my day pretty early. So looking forward to getting back out here and getting some redemption. We'll do better next time, guys. Nice! All right! There he goes. Yeah! There you go. Oh no! Yeah, I thought he was nice, Will.
Hey, what's the good day?
Nice work! Woo!
This is the hardest I've ever done.
They said this is the hardest one on the schedule.
I'm telling you. It's harder than TKO. Battle with a goat.
There you go! Ow. Holy crap.
What did he hit?
Hit his fork tube with that rock that's sticking out. Anybody do that the first lap? Go, Nick! Nice!
Going.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go ahead and have a little bit closure to this awesome race day that we had. As you already found out, I didn't make it. Maybe like a quarter of a lap, give or take a eighth of a lap. But yeah, how was your day, JoJo?
My day sucked. I was doing like fantastic, running like somewhere right around top 5 there on the first lap. Had a bad start, passed a whole bunch of guys on the first creek, and I was right up there. I was having a lot of bike problems the whole time. My bike did not want to start, and my electric start doesn't work, so I got a sore right foot from kicking a whole lot. But anyway, first lap I'm going up Copperhead Creek, and I just choose a bad line going up a waterfall and come back down, and it's super deep and I sink my bike. So I'm sitting there debating whether I want to try to fix my bike, get the water drained out, or call it a day and get the water out of my bike a different way and not have to spend a crap ton of money on parts. So I ended up walking down the mountain, getting a new spark plug, walking back up the mountain, flipped my bike over, drained it, and like it seemed like there was probably like 2 water bottles full of water in my bike, and that's a scary sight, seeing that much water come out of a motor and a dirt bike. So slapped a new spark plug in there, flipped the bike back over, started kicking, got her fired, and I'm like, man, you know what? I want to at least do a lap. So I went out, finished the lap, and I'm like, you know what? Bike's still running, let's keep going. So I just kept pushing, and I got real tired. My bike got harder and harder to start every time it stalled, and started running real bad, getting some weird vibrations going on, and I'm like, man, I ought to call it a day before I really tear something up. So I did like 1 3/4 of a lap, and I'm pretty upset, disappointed, because I thought I was riding absolutely fantastic. I was feeling good, but sometimes you get dealt bad cards, and that's just how it is. So that's how my weekend went.
What would make your racing experience so much better?
If my bike didn't suck.
How do you fix that?
Make it not suck.
Maybe not make it not suck, like getting a new bike, right?
Yeah. If anybody watching this video would like to sponsor somebody, I know a guy that needs a new bike.
You're gonna be like, Jared, why don't you get from your bike to ride?
Yeah, Jared, why don't you?
Because I like my bike. Somebody needs to ride it good, but I'll just give it to one of the boys here in 10 years or so. Let them.
You think you'll have it in 10 years?
If it's up to my wife, I will. Alright guys, we are about 4 hours away from the house. Jojo, he's taking it easy this time. I'm driving it. How's the drive been doing? Like, scared you yet?
I don't like the way you drive my van, no.
But I wait for the fuel pump to keep going.
Yeah.
It's like 90% of it.
That's cool, but like, you like mashing your foot in it.
Have you died?
You're like my dad. He likes the big V8 and he's like, oh cool, let's just mash it. I'm like, my poor thing.
It's a little bit better than Patriot.
Yeah.
Alright guys, we're gonna call this a video. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, send JoJo a sponsorship for a new bike, and